Hello everyone, today I am going to scale Kid Naruto's speed, so let's start.
First of all, it's stated that the Anbu move at the speed of light, which will make their travel speed scale to light speed. This will scale Anbu Kakashi and Itachi to light speed travel speed. Now, because I'm going to scale a lot of characters, I made a data table to organize each one's speed. For now, we have Anbu Kakashi and Itachi at light speed travel speed. A character's speed while using Chidori is stated to be superluminal speed, which means FTL speed. This makes Kid Sarada's travel speed FTL and Part 1 Orochimaru's reaction speed FTL via dodging it. Now the board looks like this. We move to Haku's speed, which in between the mirrors it was stated to be even FTL when moving between them. However, I am going to prove that also in general he is as fast.
We already have low-tier Janins like Sakura speed blitzing their own shadow, which is at minimum relativistic plus travel speed feat. You now probably ask why speed blitzing your own shadow is at minimum relativistic plus speed, and not just FTL. After all, you are being faster than the light that comes to it. I will tell you the answer for it using Uryu's feat in Bleach. As you can see, when Uryu moved at high speed, half of his shadow already disappeared. If all of his shadows stayed the same, or at least 90% the same, because after all it's hard to draw the exact same shadow, then it would be counted as FTL speed. But since some light already reached the place, then it would be considered as relativistic plus speed. Now it's a somewhat different case for the Naruto characters, because we see they speed blitz their shadow, but we never see how their shadow looks at the beginning before they move, when they just stood in place. In this case too, it would be counted as relativistic plus speed only. Now, there are some takes, not only in the Naruto verse, but in every verse in fiction that are just facts without the need of proofs, because they are so obvious. In our case, it's Haku being faster than Sakura. It's just a fact, and I won't waste a minute or two to show that since it's obvious. And for those who will ask me to do that in the comment, just watch Naruto's first arc, please, or stop acting like you don't know it's true. So Haku, not in the mirrors, at the minimum should have relativistic plus travel speed. And by the way, Part 1, Kakashi has FTL travel speed via Chidori, which I proved why earlier. Now we add Part 1, Sakura, Haku, and Kakashi, and our board looks like this. Now Sasuke can go relative to pre-mirrors Haku in speed, and even a bit faster because he says Haku isn't that fast. So Sasuke at minimum has relativistic plus travel speed too, and Haku can still react to him, which gives Haku relativistic plus reaction speed. Sasuke can also react to Haku, so he too gets that. Adding it to the board. Before I continue to some other Naruto, Sasuke, and Haku staff, I want to add Kankuro and Temari to the board at relativistic plus travel speed 2 via speed blitzing their own shadow. Sasuke without Sharingan was beginning to catch up to Haku's movements between the mirrors, which is at minimum light speed reaction speed. With fully activated 2 Tomoe Sharingan, he could clearly see Haku's movements. This would scale his reaction speed to FTL. Changing Sasuke's reaction speed in the board. Now, Zero Tail's Kid Naruto was stated to surpass Haku's Kekkei Genkai. He was able to completely dodge and catch Haku when he is using the mirrors technique. This would scale Zero Tail's Kid Naruto travel and reaction speed to FTL. This is supported by a weaker version of Zero Tail's Kid Naruto being able to speed blitz his own shadow, and on the way Niji was reacting to him, so I will put Niji on the board on FTL reaction speed. Now I want to explain a rule in the Naruto verse that we learned about during the Lee versus Sasuke fight. You see, Sasuke couldn't react to Lee's movements despite activating the Sharingan. Lee said that the reason for that is, unlike ninjutsu and genjutsu, when facing an opponent using taijutsu, even if your eyes can see, perceive, and understand the opponent's movements, you won't be able to react and dodge or block the attack unless your body keeps up too. This means that in order to dodge or block the attack, your combat speed needs to be close enough to your reaction speed.
Now, I won't lie to you. It's either this or that your combat and travel speed need to be close enough to the opponent's combat speed. But that's not the case because of logic of how reaction speed works with that. If you want, I will try to explain after the video. Anyway, just wanted to clear some things about this rule and combat speed, even though I am not scaling combat speed in the video. Anyway, let's go back to the main scale.
Now, in order to go even deeper into the speed scale, I will start talking in numbers. Kakashi says that the chakra of Kurama Naruto gave them multiplied their power 3 times. The forms they were in is Zero Tails Kurama mode, since no tails were shown on any shinobi, which means Zero Tails mode is a 3 times multiplier. So I proved Haku moved even faster than light when he was in the mirrors. At the minimum, he moved at a speed of 2 times faster than light. I proved Zero Tails Kid Naruto surpassed Haku's Kekkei Genkai, so at the minimum, he moved at a speed of 3 times faster than light. If Zero Tails Kid Naruto moved at a speed of 3 times faster than light, and the multiplier of Zero Tails mode is 3 times, it means base Kid Naruto is light speed. Simple math, just 3 divided by 3. Kid Kakashi would be at minimum 2 times FTL via Chidori. Anbu Kakashi would be at minimum 3 times FTL because of getting faster over the years, and Part 1 Kakashi would be at minimum 4 times FTL. Added to the board. By the way, I am not adding every form to the board because I will make a summary in the end. Base Lee is obviously faster than Sakura and other low-tier Jinins who speed blitz their own shadow, one of the obvious takes that don't need to be proved, which will give him at minimum relativistic plus speed. But since every genin is faster than the other, I can't just put anyone at the same minimum of relativistic plus speed, which is 50% light speed. So I think it's fair to at least put Lee at the minimum of 75% light speed in the relativistic plus speed. Weightless Lee should be at minimum 80% light speed and travel speed, and he too showed a feat of speed blitzing his own shadow. I want to talk about the 8 gates now. The 8 gates multiplier is stated to be tens of times or dozens of times. The minimum is tens of times, and its minimum is 20 times. But is it talking about the multiplier of each gate separately or about them all together? Let's see. Lee says, by fully releasing the limiters, which means this multiplier is for all the gates together, not separately. So at minimum, in 8 gates, the user gains stats of 20 times base form. However, it doesn't make sense for each gate to have the same multiplier of 20 divided by 8, which is 2.5 times multiplier, and it doesn't make sense for higher gates to have such a low multiplier. Take a look at Gate 7 and Gate 8, for example. 7 Gates guy couldn't even touch Madara, even with Hirodura, while 8 Gates guy almost killed Madara. The 8th gate multiplier can't be only 2.5 times Gate 7th. I think the minimum safe option that we can do here is that each gate will multiply by 1 more time than previous gate, and first gate will start from 2 times multiplier. What I mean is that the multipliers will be like that. Gate 1, 2 times base form. Gate 2, 3 times Gate 1. Gate 3, 4 times Gate 2. Gate 4, 5 times Gate 3. Gate 5, 6 times Gate 4. Gate 6, 7 times Gate 5. Gate 7, 8 times Gate 6. Gate 8, 9 times Gate 7. Lee opened 5 gates, which means the multiplier he got is 720 times base form with no weights. The speed I calculated for him with no weights was 239,833,952 meters per second. 239,833,952 times 720 equals 172,680,445,440, which is 576 times faster than light, which means 5 gates Kid Lee is MFTL. Now, I know you might say the numbers are headcanon, and they are, but I took the minimum. But you know why it doesn't matter in this case? Because 576 times is in the middle zone of MFTL. So even if I lower the gates multipliers by a bit, it will still remain in the MFTL zone. Even if you lowball every gate multiplier to be at 1.5 times only from previous gate, which you also should know this number doesn't make sense for most of the gates, it will still be FTL+. Base Sasuke, after he trained with Kakashi, is stated to be as fast as Lee without his weights, which gives him a speed of 80% light speed, which is 239,833,952 meters per second. He also speed blitzed his own shadow in the scene. The multiplier of Curse Mark II is 10 times. 239,833,952 times 10 equals 2,398,339,520 meters per second, which is a very bit more than 8 times faster than light. So Curse Mark II Sasuke is deep into FTL. Base Sasuke with 2 Tomoe Sharingan could react to Haku and mirrors, who I scaled to be 2 times faster than light, but couldn't react to Zero Tails Kid Naruto, who I scaled to be 3 times faster than light until he got 3rd Tomoe. He couldn't also react to half-transformed Gaara with 2 Tomoe, so Gaara also should be at minimum 3 times faster than light. Forgot to mention that Curse Mark 2 Sasuke is 8 times FTL without the Chidori. With Chidori, it's 10 times FTL, because it gives you superluminal speed, which is at least 2 times FTL. So Sasuke's travel speed is FTL to FTL+. Naruto can react to him and fight with him equally, which gives him FTL to FTL plus reaction speed and travel speed. And to Sasuke, FTL to FTL plus reaction speed. Now for the most important thing in my video. All of those scales are only based on what can be proved. In general, some characters are faster than others by narrative and plot and comparisons. For example, Kakashi should be faster in travel speed than Kid Naruto, despite me scaling Kid Naruto's travel speed higher. All of those speed up scales and comparisons you also can do by yourself. Now I will rebunk some debunks that people will try arguing. Debunk 1. But the Raikage and Killer Bee are light speed only. Rebunk. Nothing ever stated that the maximum speed they can reach is light speed. Moreover, now you have more relativistic plus to FTL speed feats and statements in OG Naruto, so it should be obvious now that those two don't cap at light speed. Debunk and Rebunk 2 are long, so I will give you a few seconds to stop the video and read it. Let's move to Debunk and Rebunk 3. Debunk 3. Base Lee can't be that fast in terms of reaction speed because he couldn't even react to sound speed attacks. Rebunk 3. Not only that, Tenten said that if Lee fought all 3 of them with no distractions, he could take them down. But Lee himself also said that there is a trick in those attacks so that he isn't going to just dodge them. Stop to read here the 4th Rebunk too. Anyway guys, I will make a quick summary of the most important things, which are Kid Naruto and Sasuke being FTL+, and Kid Lee being MFTL. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe.